Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. Currently watching AEMD. One quick note, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm just watching the information live for the very first time. So this is not something where everything's already been recorded and now I'm coming back and doing a trade recap or post commentary. Nothing like that. So if you do want like a nicely edited, nicely scripted video to be respectful of your time, you're not going to get that here. But if you want just a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then yeah, you're definitely going to get that here with this video. And like I said, market opens up. There we go. I'm trying to get my annotation marker in play here. So I have already made one trade already on CLOV, super early though in the morning at 7 o'clock. I can't remember the last time I traded that early. But so I'm actually technically starting the day up right around $45, give or take, after commissions. So that's kind of the context on what's going on there. But like I said, market opens up now in about 3 minutes. And I like AEMD as a potential breakout play to the upside, watching up around that 1065 mark to see if it wants to get back up around that area. So I'll keep a close eye on that, and we'll see what happens with it. But I'll go ahead and pause for now. And market opens up anytime now, and it's a question of, do I want to try to anticipate this break through 1065? And yes, I do. So I'm going to go ahead and get in there. Oh, you got to be kidding me. There we go. So out there for a very fast $115. But the reason for that is, that was crazy. At first, I only got 8 shares, but then it gave me 500 and then quickly went up in my favor. So I get in hindsight, Clay, why didn't you hold? You should have held. You're right, I should have, but that's a problem when there's hindsight. But I got to come over to AMC. This is the main reason, because AMC is, all right, let me go to the options screen. So AMC, yeah, 52, just double check. Yeah, 52 is that key level. Puts 50. Yeah, so I'm interested in potentially some puts here on AMD. In there at 540. So looking for this thing to make a move to the downside. Ideally, if it could get down to 51, that would be fantastic. But let's see if it can get more push through, which right now 51.90 is doing a good job of supporting it. But if that can fail, there we go. $51.50 though, also going to be a pretty stubborn level, it looks like. There we go. See it get down below 51, that would be fantastic. There we go. Good. Wow, my options really aren't moving that much though. Wow, barely moving at all. Wow, that's disappointing. Well, that's just the tricky part about options is I'm getting a huge move, but my options really have not moved that much at all. So I'm just going to take that. Crazy. So the implied volatility on this one is definitely, yeah, that was, I mean, I nailed that pretty good, right? I mean, I got basically a $1.50 move in my favor, and yet I'm only walking away with $60 on the options. And yeah, now they're going up, but still, I mean, for that big of a move, that's just, options are great. Don't get me wrong. I love options. You can make good, solid money with options, but As is the case with anything in the market, there's always trade-offs, and that's one of the trade-offs is sometimes options pricing can get very, very goofy, and you can get fantastic entry points like I did as far as the stock is concerned, and then the options just, I mean, they don't budge that much. So yeah, that was disappointing for sure. I mean, granted, I still made $60, but I'm at least happy about it from an educational standpoint to have caught that on video. And the ironic thing is, I quick sold out of AEMD because I wanted to come over here and start to do that one, and then that was the one that was disappointing. Although AMD did. Let me just get that 1135. All right. Wow. AMC was really falling apart, multiple dollars, and those options just didn't really move that much. So I don't even know where I'm at right now. Where am I? $220 on the day. It's 9:34. Granted, I made that quick trade that lasted 20 seconds in the pre-market, but still making a good for the time involved here. Big pullback in CLOV. Tesla, though, could get interesting. Let's see here. What do I want to do? 600. Yeah, if this one wants to keep on moving up, might be interested in trying to get some puts. If it wants to come up some more, though. And AMC is still dropping. I'm curious, what are those options at now that I had? Even still, the option just finally made an entire dollar move after a $4 move. Yeah, so yeah, of course, in hindsight, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I have no problem admitting that caught me off guard. I did not like the way the options pricing was working. Was definitely a little goofy, not nearly as smooth as what I would like. So I just decided to get out. Again, yes, I'm well aware in hindsight I would have been totally fine. But yeah, that's just not what I'm looking to do. But Tesla here does indeed look quite interesting. Let me just make sure I'd be buying the right thing. I would be. So I'm going to throw a bid out there at 625 for some put contracts. Still got a ways to go before that would come into play. But that's all by design. Now, I would like more than 5 contracts, but this would at least allow me to get into the trade here a little bit. So again, I am at 625. At this point, I'm wondering if I'm not being greedy enough. I'm wondering if I should go down to $6. I'll leave it out there for now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I have an order at 1175 here. Trying to buy this pullback here on WISH. Not sure if it'll actually get down there or not, but first step will be a break of 12, and then after 12, want to see a fast move down there. So I'll go ahead and pause for now. I have an order on CLOV. Trying to buy the thing just like WISH, which just didn't work out, never came back down and started to bounce, so lost interest on it. But looking for 500 shares here at 22.75. Step 1, break through 23, and it's got to be a fast break down through 23. Bounced right off of it. So because of that, going to go down to 22.55. Again, if it does break through 30, there's a break. Well, that makes me feel better. Because you can see the low right there. Well, originally it stopped at 22.77, so I would have never been filled anyways. Now I would have been had I kept it out there, but I would have canceled it regardless. Let's go to 22.25 now. This thing wants to keep on pulling back. And I will go ahead and pause for now. All right, I'm at 22.25 here. See if we can get the break at 22.50. Now it's just bouncing right at the 22.50 mark. Give it one more chance to get down there. Oh, now it's bouncing. So at this point, looking like another never mind situation. Watching 602 here to get some puts. Although I got to be very careful. What is that? 602, because that is a very realistic potential bounce point on Tesla here. And I'm looking over here at the 5-minute chart. I have the trend line there. I have that purple line there, the 50 period moving average. So I need to be a little bit more careful here. So I'd like to definitely see this consolidate up here above a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. All right, watching this in there at 975. Just 3 contracts though. Because like I said, this thing could bounce. So I'm going to mitigate that risk via just my position size there. But I really think this thing does want to get down through 602. I may also look to add, assuming this thing doesn't just skyrocket back in the upwards direction. Which right now, a little bit of a bounce. So I am going to add another 2 if it comes back down to that 602 range. If it comes back down, that is. Like I said, maybe this is just going to want to bounce here. Now it is bouncing a bit. Do I want to add some more at 603? If it wants to come back down to 603, I will add at 603 actually now. If it comes back down to 603. So watching 603 very closely. But I just don't want to randomly add. Yeah, maybe I jumped the gun on this one a little too soon. Let's see what it wants to do. Actually, patience is now required on this one. All right, well, now it's just too much here. Want to try to give it a little bit more wiggle room. I'm not going to give up on it though. Even if I get out, I'm going to keep an eye on it because I still feel like eventually at some point 602 wants to fail. But as of right now, looking like my timing was off, and I am very, very glad that I just did 3 contracts here. See if it wants, yeah, even now, 6. So those bids keep building higher and higher. So if this goes over 605.15-ish, I will have to just get out. Maybe that was just a temporary little spike there, and maybe I weathered the storm, or maybe this is truly going to bounce, and in that case, I need to be out. But we'll see if this thing does want to come back down. And again, 603, a very interesting area, especially if this does turn out to be what is looking like maybe a failed bounce. Maybe not, though. Like I said, this might just be a consolidation within a bigger bounce here. I'd also love to see the SPY break down through the area of support that it's sitting at right now. Now I'm thinking about adding back. Remember 603 I'd mentioned. We got to see if it wants to come back into play, but now all of a sudden it's turning itself back around. Watching 603. I don't know. Should I be pausing it right now? Do you like to sit through all this action? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know. Is this worth it, or should I just be pausing it and only playing it when something of worthwhile happens? All right, well, potentially a move back to the upside now, which would be my signal that I got to get out. So what does this thing want to actually, well, the SPY is helping me out right now, or at least it's trying to. Well, at this point, I am going to go ahead and pause, and if it looks like I'm going to have to stop out and take the loss, or if it starts to go in my favor, or I'm going to add again, well, now all of a sudden it's starting to behave like it might want to go in my favor. Okay, watching 603 closely. In there for another 2, so now I'm up to 5. So now let's see if this thing can get moving. Let's see if 602 can finally break. Big move down though, so might need to take a little breath before it does make another attempt at it. Okay, down there, and it's trying, knocking on that door. There we go. Good, good, good. Can we get down through 601? This move is already so overextended though, but I'm going to see if the momentum wants to show up some more. Okay, took out one more, still have a contract left, just in case this move does want to continue on down. So I'm going to give this thing a little wiggle room here. See if it can get down through, 601. I would think should really start to generate more downwards momentum, but the problem is this thing is already quite overextended right now. But overall, I've locked in plenty of gains. So let's see if we can get that break of 601. And this is a great spot to be in, I should note, by the way. No stress. I've already made money, so at this point, my only stress is how much money am I going to make? And as a trader, This is the spot that we want to be in as traders. Not if you make money, but how much money am I going to make? What a great problem to have. Amazing how it just stopped going down right around that support area. But it was also a very overextended move. So taking a bit of a breath here. But I am going to go ahead and pause for now. And if it looks like I'm either just going to hop out of the remaining part of my position, or if it looks like I'm going to get that 601 break, then I will get the video rolling at that point. All right, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to get the break here. Can it finally happen here? There we go. Excellent. Now the golden goose is that $600 level. If this thing can break down through 600, that is truly the golden goose area. But it very, very well could bounce off of that area if it even gets down there. Well, there was a break of 661 and it's already... So I'm just going to hop out there and I'll take it. So $175 on that trade. And, you know, there's reasons why to stay in the trade. And when that thing was bouncing up like that, why didn't I get out? Because the SPY was showing that it had a high I mean, no guarantees, but it showed that it probably would want to pull back some more, which would eventually drag down Tesla. And that's exactly what happened. So that's why, and I've done many videos on this, but the SPY 5-minute chart, I'll bring that over, is off screen, but it's something that I would encourage everybody to use as it, like I said, I've done several videos of it on the channel, but it can serve a good solid purpose there. But I'm going to go ahead and call it a morning. Let's see, we're 45 minutes in, up $396. And that wipes away actually the loss that I had yesterday. So it's not like I had to trade like a superhero at all. In fact, you're saying that's all you made was $396. I agree. Yeah, there's been better morning for myself. But when you can say that's all you made, but the previous day's losses have been wiped away, then that tells you that you're managing risk the right way. And not, you know, having it. Let me put it this way, and I've said this many times before. If you find yourself needing to trade like a superhero in order to, you know, clean up a loss, clean up a messy day, clean up a messy trade, that's not good. That implies that your risk management on that trade was way out of control. So I'm glad to know that I just with kind of so-so trading, things worked out, but you know, not as good as they could have. Especially again going back to that AMC, which was crazy. Then. You know, that's okay. That means risk management is operating as it should. So always be asking yourself that question. Do I need to trade like a superhero in order to get my losses back? If the answer is yes, that is a glaring red flag that you have issues with your risk management. And when you identify issues, well, at least you can start to work on them. So thank you for hanging out. Before I do go, because these are live, they're very difficult to make. I have to think for myself. I have to talk to you. I have to make alerts in the chat room. There's a lot going on. So, but I can do them, been doing them for years. But from just a good old-fashioned time management perspective, I want to make sure that I'm utilizing my time wisely. So just communicate to me. Are these still worth my time? Do you enjoy them? If you do, 2 things. Hit that like button. Leave a basic comment below. It could be thanks. It could be a thumbs up emoji. It could be hi emoji. Any of the, or not, or typing the words hi, right? But those 2 things, simple comment, hitting the like button, communicate to me. I enjoy these videos, Clay. Please keep making them. And as long as I know people are enjoying them, finding them helpful, then I have no problem spending my time doing it. So do those couple things and that'll help out quite a bit. So everybody take care. Have a good one. And hopefully you're doing well too. But remember, don't find yourself in positions where you need to trade like a superhero. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.